Hey Airstream fam, it's Brad, your friendly RV upgrade guinea pig. I ask you what's the most valuable must-have upgrade for your shiny silver sausage, and holy tow hitch, you delivered. I got so many replies, I'm pretty sure my Airstream is now worth more than a small island. So let's roll through the top 10 upgrades you can't live without, plus a full list I'll speed read later like the Micro Machine Man on caffeine.
This is the Micro Machine Man presenting the most miniature motorcade of Micro Machines.
Everybody, part 2 of this video is going to be me walking you around our trailer and showing you every upgrade we've done since we took it home from the dealership. Everybody, I got a giveaway in this video. Stay tuned to the end to find out what you can win. First up, 3-inch lift kit. Because nothing says I'm an Airstreamer like scraping your belly on a gas station curb and crying into your overpriced latte.
So many people are crying in their latte.
Next up, lithium batteries and solar. Perfect for powering that espresso machine out in the boonies. Just don't ask me to explain amp hours. I'm still recovering from math class. Just kidding. I've explained all that in a boondocking video you can find linked here at the screen and down below. Soft starts for your AC unit. Makes your air conditioner chill out so your generator doesn't have a meltdown. And TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system, because a blowout is only funny in someone else's story. Mattress upgrades are big too. Frawley systems and foam toppers. Apparently, we're all royalty and cannot handle a lumpy bed. Water filters, because campground soup isn't on the menu. Blue Tech filters and softeners outside and Berkey for the inside are the #1 and most expensive variants. Ceramic coating. Your Airstream deserves a spa day more than you do. Snap pads and Level Mate Pro. Set up so easy, even I can do it without swearing much. And rounding out the top 10, the Mopica propane tank sensors. Because guessing propane levels is a game we're tired of losing.
But wait, there's more.
You sent me over 100 upgrades. Bike racks, Starlink for Netflix in the wilderness, teak shower mats that scream, I'm fancy.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
And someone even said bidet, because why rough it when you can pamper your, throne? I've got snap pads, soft gel light diffusers, and aircraft ER pods, which sound like a spaceship part, but makes your AC amazing. Look, I love you all, but if I do every upgrade on this list, I'm going to need a second Airstream just to store all my tools and toys. Ceramic coating, 16-inch rims, a Wolf oven. Are we camping or opening a gourmet restaurant? And don't get me started on the person who said duct tape. Genius. Why upgrade when you can just duct tape it all together? So there you have it, folks. The top 10 upgrades you swore by. But hold on to your leveling block, because here is every single upgrade you sent me, Micro Machine Man style. Lift kit, lithium batteries, solar panels, soft starts, TPMS, mattress upgrade, water filter, ceramic coating, snap pads, Level Mate Pro, Mopica sensors, Centromatic wheel balancers, AirSafe hitch, Pro Pride hitch, Hensley hitch, 16-inch rims, Michelin LT tires, proven hitch lock, Maxa braking light bar, brake plate dust covers, smart shunt, 3000 watt inverter, DC to DC charger, portable generator, smart plug cord, surge guards, power watchdog, micro air thermostat, electric fridge, teak shower mat, Maxim skylights, Aircrafter ER pods, Aircrafter inlet, fantastic fan covers, Max air fans, tinted windows. Time out on that for a second. That is genius. The side windows, the rear window are all tinted, but these two cornerback windows are not. That's going to be an upgrade I'm doing very soon. 170-degree wardrobe door hinges. Pull-out drawers to replace the doors. Walnut tabletop from Typhoon. Upholstered pads. Hydraulic table. Cicero fans. Whiz light strips. Dimmable lights. Pantry LEDs. Subwoofer. Audio-video upgrades. Cutting boards. Porthole window in the bathroom door. Accumulator tank. IRV WPC. Water pump control module. Oxygenics shower head. Truma AquaGo. Fresh tank straps. Lippert sewer system. Soap dispenser. Fresh tank brass bib drain valve. Volterra sewer cover. Electric stabilizer. Electric jack. Aluminum step brace. No locks striker. No locks AC vent screws. Rock guards. Air deflectors. Awning on the rear and roadside. Awning sunshade from Air Gear. Stainless upgrades. Bike rack. Propane shelf. Propane tank rubber mount. Stainless steel hoses, 40-pound tanks, belly LEDs, boogie lights, clear door glass, Starlink, Pepwave router, cell booster, Travelfy, XTR, 4 TPMS, trailer camera, blink camera, Ruby tags, Wolf oven, 3-burner stove, vent hood, cast iron grates, magnet racks, paper towel holder, toilet paper holder, custom drawers, pantry drawers, credenza, locker latches, shower floor stickers, motion LED, porcelain toilet, flagpole, Anderson levelers, chocks, torque wrench, tongue jack pad, Blackstone grill, bidet, bed rail modification, and battery shut-off switch. Check out the full list in the description down below and let me know anything that I missed or you missed. I've also added an Amazon link to everything that I could find down below. And please know that these are all affiliate links and we do earn commissions should you decide to buy from those links. Oh, in addition to the Amazon links, I have video links to all the ones I've tackled on my own down there too. Now, I'm off to donate some plasma to fund my next round of tools and toys. Got to keep this Airstream dream alive. All right, thanks for joining for part 1. Part 2 of this video is going to be me showing you every single upgrade post-factory that I've done to this trailer. And I'll hit them pretty quick. There is a video on every single thing I've done in this trailer post-factory. Some of them have not been released yet. All of it is on YouTube or soon will be on YouTube. if you care to go back and search for those specific items, or if you have questions, let me know and I can send it to you. I'm going to start inside and then I'll go outside. Here we go. All right, if you weren't aware, we have the 27 front bed twin international with a rear hatch. It's a 2023 model. We bought it in January of 2023. First thing up here, as you can see, there's a translucent film on the back side of these plexiglass things. Blair's done that in both international models we've had. Very easy, just get some, like you'd put on a shower door or a bathroom window, something like that. Put it up there, super easy to do. Also up here is a Philips Hue light. It's back here. You can spin it around. You can change the colors with your thing. It's double-sided tape to the bottom of this cabinet here. I have not done a video on that yet, but it's coming. Behind me there, you can see the Aircrafter ER pod. Have those throughout the trailer, except for in the bathroom. We changed out the comforter that come with the Airstream. The ones that come with the Airstream are nice. They're greenish color. I like them because they're heavy. But I like the white because we can bleach the white, because Piper gets in here dirty all the time with her feet and she likes to roll around outside. So she'll come in here and get something dirty. It's just easy to bleach these things than it is to try to dry clean what came with it. And we've changed out the pillows. These are from Lowe's. These are from somewhere else. I don't know where. I put in the no locks pane pins up here to open the windows with. And again, as long as you open your windows on a regular basis, it's not that big a deal. But I put one here, one over there, and one on both side back windows, but they've been really fantastic. Here in my power station is where a lot of the changes have happened. So that's the inverter manual on-off switch, and I can adjust how much power is being pulled from it if I have a 30 amp or 10 amp or 15 amp or whatever plug. Servo GX touchscreen. I love this thing because it gives me all the data. So some things I'm going to show you, like the Mopica tank sensors, the Ruvi temperature sensors, and all of my solar stuff, all I can see through that thing, and I can see on the app on my phone. And then one of my favorite features in the world, the Micro Air touchscreen. It's really fantastic, and it also has an app that works really, really fantastic. We hung up some pictures. These are from Mixed Tiles. You see Blair's hats over there hanging on a little suction cup hook. Those are pretty nice. We have one of those in the back and the front. We've had them in all of our RVs, and just some other stuff here. None of the things that are on the wall, like photos or artwork or whatever else, it's all command stripped up there. Nothing is drilled in. Down here, I have a vacuum cleaner of some sort. And here's the head attachment that goes with it. I bought that vacuum cleaner from a guy who bought it for his house. And he sold it to me super cheap. He bought it on Amazon. I don't know what the cost is, but I bought it from him for 50% of whatever he paid for it, because the battery would not last long enough for him to do his whole house with, but it's plenty for this trailer. Lightweight enough. You saw the blanket, blue blanket covering something. That's our Zip-D chairs and table. I just keep them covered up so they don't flail around and bang against the wall. And there's our Dyson HEPA filter heater fan deal. We've had it forever. It stays running pretty constant. The 25 foot doesn't have this space at the edge of the bed like there and here. 27 does. So we just got those little baskets down there to hold shoes and such. I also use those in my closet here to hold clothes. And we use them up top here to do the same thing. I also have this router up here. I did a whole video on putting antenna on the roof and running the wires down to that. So that's for mobileinternetconnections.com. I was the first person to have their system on an Airstream. Works pretty well. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I did install some new USB plugs over here because it came with USB only. So I put a USB A and C in here. Different plugs, super easy to change out. Also here in our bedroom, we have the Frawley bed system on both beds. And then Blair's bed. So if you have the twin bed, this compartment is just nailed shut. So we made a secret storage compartment out of it. That's where we keep all of our secret documents. It's really not anything that big of a secret. All right, here in the bathroom, I just put in some command strip broom holders so I can put my Swiffer in my broom. I've got a little step stool there and towel holder up here at the top. Fake plants, another Philips Hue light that I can change colors with. I got a bidet, and that's really the only thing that's changed in here. Oh, I have one different one. So this one is from Riveted Market, and I compare this one to the Aircrafter ones in the video for that. So you're interested, go check it out. But these are a third of the cost, but do the same exact function. They just look a little different. They are easier to install though. Shower, the same thing we hang our hats on is the same company that makes this little shower caddy here. That suction cups to the wall. I do have a dehumidifier. We're in Salt Lake City right now and the humidity is low, so that's not used. A teak shower mat from Air Gear. And then there's my red light. I do red light therapy every day. And we just keep all of our shampoo and stuff in this basket so it doesn't fall around. It's easier to put down on the floor when we're traveling. And if any soap spills out, it goes into that and not everywhere. We still have the factory shower head. I tried the Oxygenics one that many people recommend, but Blair didn't like it. And I changed out my shower valve here so this can redirect and refill the tank or come out the shower head. And if you buy the real device that does that, it's called a shower miser, but I just have the water redirecting back in the fresh tank. I got a whole video on that. The purpose of it is to save water while boondocking, because basically it pumps water up, heats the water, but it doesn't come out the shower head, but it goes right back in the tank. So that continuous cycle until you let it come out the shower head. So instead of pausing the shower and having the water heater turn off, this just recirculates the water basically back into the tank, and you don't lose hot water. Nothing real different in the hall closet here except for some little puck lights. There's the main lights over on this side, but just to have another one over there in case you need it. And over here you can see my Progressive Industries. So this connects to the inline surge protector down below, but it gives me a reading if I have any errors. Line 1, 12.3, line 2, 12 volts. So it tells me what's coming in, or amps rather. And then I can bypass that if I want to. I don't want to, but I can. Also have the 170-degree hinges for these doors here so they can open up all the way. Love that. Down below is where the real changes have happened in here. These are filters from Riveted Market, the MERV 8 filters. They go into those right there. And I have the thumb screws, not from No Locks. These are my own procured tools from Amazon. I have an Amazon link just for that specific thing, but those MERV 8 filters and charcoal filters are up there. And I just kept my spares down here. So a lot of things in this closet. This is a big circuit breaker panel for when I redid my whole inverter battery system. You can see all that in a minute when I go outside and show you. But here's my inline surge protector, so I don't have to have one hanging on the pole all the time. The intelligent water pump control module is up there. And if you can see that blue water line coming in back there, that's my shower return valve. And it goes right into that freshwater tank fill right there. And here's a winterization valve for that. And here's my winterization valve for normal winterization. This is just a junction box for power. So power comes in the shore and it comes directly to my surge protector here. Then it goes through this circuit breaker. Then it goes all the way up front to my inverter up underneath the bed. And I'll show you when we get outside how that works. Once it goes through all that, it comes right back into this junction box. And then this one connects it back over to this side underneath the belly of the trailer. And that's where all the other electrical things happen. Knife block. We travel with them just like that. They do not fall off. Yes, I'm aware you're supposed to store knives on a block like this, but if I travel that way, they will fall off. But from this way, they stay there. Paper towel holder, French press, and electric kettle. I did change out the wire, silly wire thing, for a metal grate that goes all the way across. Now, you can get these from Furrion and a few other places, but it's not very easy to find. There is a separate two metal grates that you can put on here that work the same. But I was just able to get this single piece. On the convection oven microwave, I just got a piece of red translucent film and I put over here because that blue light thing lights up this whole room at night, but that makes it much, much better. Again, we put the stuff on here and on those cabinets over there. I put a new sound bar up here on this TV, and I didn't screw it into the wall. I just put it up here so the sound projects up and around, but it sounds pretty good. Again, command stripped artwork on the wall. All of these are magnets. That's from all the national parks we've been to. I do have a child lock down here on this door, so in case it has only come open once in all of our miles of travel, but then put a child lock on it, and I haven't had the issue since. And we have similar child locks on this big pantry door here. They're just clear plastic, so they don't really hang out. I did not screw into this wood just because these are easy to take off if I want to, and I won't leave a permanent mark in the wood. There's just double-sided tape on there. Nothing new here. Here's our big Instapot air fryer. The lid for it, the other one's back there, and Piper's dog food's up here. So I have this roll-out drying rack, and I have this baby bottle drying rack that we use to dry. And here's our pots and pans. They're all made by Carote, C-A-R-O-T-E. The handles pop off and they nest in here quite nicely. Here's another one of those hooks, and I have one of those over here. Again, suction cup to the wall. Clear glass door, beautiful thing. Shade that works for that. It's on the screen door. Have another one of those hue lights up here in the back, and my dash cam pointed out the back there. Also have the warming gels and these lights from Air Shades, and we have this. We have one of these here and one in the bathroom, but it's a motion detector, and this little light turns on. There's a bright, dim. You can have it on or just motion detect, but it magnets right here. We use those when we're boondocking and don't want to turn the battery on. Down below, I have that plugged into that outlet, but how I keep on my cords are these little cord keepers here under the table. So I don't have to try to grab them off the floor all the time. Just handy little stick-on things right there. They work pretty great. Here's the pain pins and the other pain pin. And then all of my expensive Aircrafter vents in here. This skylight is a Maxim glass skylight. So is that one over there. Those have been a really fantastic upgrade. Apple HomePod. I just put it on a command strip here to the wall. And it's this double-sided tape here to this thing as well. So I can just tell Siri to play music. That's a nice thing to have. Also back here at the door, I put on a August lock. So this thing locks with your phone or watch or telling Siri to do it. So that's a pretty great setup. I haven't made the video. I haven't released a video on that yet, but it's there. This is a standard drawer handle from Lowe's or Home Depot. Put in this plate so I can shut the door with this instead of pulling on this handle. But I do have the reinforcement from No Locks here. And I have their lockout blocker thing as well. Plexiglass. Everybody asks about how we put the stickers on the door. It's just a piece of plexiglass. Really easy to install. Down here, I have the battery cover from airboardshop.com. It keeps it covered so it doesn't shine so bright. Another broom holder, command strip broom holder, holds my little flashlight down there. And you can see the storage spot for the No Locks door brace. Our mailbox is here. Key hook mailbox is here. And I have pens and flashlights and whatnot hanging on. I put a command hook here, and this is our everyday use trash bag. So this is the medallion for the new one. This is the medallion for the old one, and just one of our photos. Both have been called the Airbnb. So that's where I put those medallions. I don't use these hooks ever. I'll say never, but rarely ever, because it hangs in the way of everything right here. So they rarely get used. Internet. I have the T-Mobile home internet back here. Here's where I store my computer. But the T-Mobile's here, Apple TV's here, and that's what we use for most of our internet. So I have three options, and I talked about all these in the video. So I have the T-Mobile is my primary $55 a month home internet. We've traveled all over with it. Works great. I don't have the Verizon home internet, but I've heard a lot of people say that it's the same process. The one that's up front there above my bed is what I use to run and power and trigger everything for the Victron stuff. So the Servo GX and all of my sensors and all those things. That's what the internet uses, and it sends it up to the matrix, and I can view it on my phone when I'm not here. Also for my thermostat, if I want to change the temperature when I'm not here, all that stuff's powered on that specific internet. And it's my home internet backup. So if I do need to watch TV or do something and T-Mobile's not working, I can typically use that. But my third option is Starlink. I have the Starlink Mini. And if any of you are looking to invest in Starlink, I would highly recommend. You can get the bigger ones cheaper, yes. But the Starlink Mini is a great thing to have in your car because it's smaller than my laptop. I got the big MacBook Pro here, And that thing is smaller than, size-wise, it's a little bit thicker than, but smaller than my laptop. It travels so easy. And with the big Starlink antennas, you have to have the antenna and the modem as a separate thing, whereas the Mini, it's all in one thing. So it's a backup internet that I can turn on and off as I need it. So that's a really fantastic thing. We installed the Max Air Fan Deluxe to replace the fantastic fan that came with it. So I'm really happy with that. I did upgrade my fire extinguisher in here to one of the, I think it's called Element. It's just a fire extinguisher stick. I still have the main one down here that came with the trailer, but in the cabinet over there by the stove, I have another Element. It's a small one. Really fantastic fire extinguisher. I installed a Piper who makes a mess all the time. She likes to pull all her toys out of the toy box and then take a nap on them. She's the best upgrade at this rig of anything I've ever done. We put these little traps in the drain here to catch, as you can see, catch stuff, but it keeps food from going down the drain. Based on what I've already upgraded, this and these are no longer operational. They don't do anything. They're dormant. And I know nobody likes this because they don't understand how to use it. Down there powering all these USB-C plugs is just an anchor block, and it plugs into that outlet right there. I did do some upgrades on this rear door hatch handle, and I'll go over those when we get outside. All right, now we're outside, and I'm going to go over, I'm just going to do a walk around from front all the way around, and we'll show you all the things out here. All right, I have the Proven lock. I've had it since I've owned an Airstream, so it's 4 or 5 years old almost now. I guess it is over 5 years old now, but it works great. I've had it. It works great. Everybody asks about this checker pattern board here. That's for the forward camera there. Snap pad is on there. I currently have the flapjack from WaySafe. You saw me do a video on those a couple weeks ago. I went down and toured the flapjack place just a few weeks ago, and they have one of these sitting with 6,000 or 8,000 pound concrete blocks packed on top of it. And it's been that way for months under all the weather conditions. And works pretty great. And it's a space saver. I have this cover over the front jack that I can store my 7-way pin plug in. I tore it not long ago. Not really sure remember what happened, but it works well, and it's also reflective. It just keeps all the stuff from fading. Up here in the propane tank, I got so this is a lock from Torque Lift. It locks your propane tank cover, therefore your propane tank's onto. And I have a gas stop. These things shut the propane off if there's ever a weird depressurization and things like that. It stops the propane from flowing out, so really nice here. And I like the 90-degree valves. And I have a lock box. So I keep an extra lock box out here for spare keys in case I lock myself out. This is a new plug for my camera for the TPMS and the camera system on the trailer that connects to the Ford. It connects right here below your 7-way pin. So I have all the integrated cameras and stuff on the truck instead of having extra screens. I added this quick disconnect here. And the battery box is a storage box. So I have the standard Lego blocks, I call them. And I just got a snap pad in here in case I need it. That's an aux block, so I typically use that under my front nose jack. Here's my DC to DC charging power cable, and here's my external solar panel. Because I have a giant 400-watt panel, and I had to rewire this whole system, so that's what that other wire is for. And just some other little tools in here. This is my air valve to air up my spare tire. The wire runs underneath and goes to that spare tire, so I don't have to climb under there to do it. And this portable solar panel plug still works, but it will not handle the type of panel that I have. And here's some magic. So there's my big 270 amp hour game changer battle-born battery and my 3,000 watt inverter, my big battery shut-off switch, my bus bar, distribution bar up there. These are all the circuit breakers. So DC to DC charger, portable solar, front jack, Zamp solar plug, and my roof solar comes through there. And I have a solar panel shutoff valve, so in case I'm doing any work here, I can shut the solar panel off and not get shocked. There's a lot of stuff back here behind this wall. So 2 solar controllers, the DC 12-volt box, the Serbo GX, and the DC to DC charger are all back here behind this wall. So I talked about earlier the wiring. The wiring comes up from that side over there, and then comes up over here to this inverter, and then it goes to the battery, and then through all that stuff there. Got a video on all this online. Snap pad here and all around. I do have the ceramic coating on this trailer. It just rained last night, so it's a little dirty. Or just rained the last couple of days, so it's dirty. But the ceramic coating is fantastic. All these locks have been upgraded from the ones from Air Gear. I love all these. Level Mate Max. So I had the Level Mate Pro, now I have the Level Mate Max. It's really great. I do have a video on that, not yet released. And here you can see some of the wiring for the going forward and all the rewiring I did for the trailer. I just got it up off the floor. I keep some cleaning and some maintenance tools in here. On all these doors here, you can probably see the line, but I put 3M film on all these doors so I don't scratch the doors taking stuff in and out of here. There's my sewer hose holder. Now, I love it because it's sturdy and it lasts a long time compared to the plastic ones, but in a situation like this where it's there to there, I can't use that. It doesn't work, and because my hose is too long for this 3 feet right here. I got heat tape around here. You can see that orange plug back there. So camping in freezing conditions, I can keep that heated and keep it from freezing. I upgraded my shower lock and freshwater fill lock from Air Gear, same with the battery box. I upgraded the shower in here as well, the shower knobs. Aircrafter inlet valve here. I have the Blue Tech water, that's the water softener. There's the water filtration system. And there's my hose and my pressure regulator and all that. The trailer is lifted. The 3-inch lift kit. I do have Centromatic wheel balancers on all 4 wheels. I've had those for a long time. And you can see my chalk there. It's a Fastway 1-step chalk. I have one on both sides. I'll show you the other side. No big changes over here except for there's a soft start on both air conditioners. There's a Airlock air purifying system on both air conditioners. And you can see maybe that black antenna up there. That goes to that antenna system I have. But no other changes on the roof over there. Back here in the bumper, this is my Ford camera system. So when I turn on my screen inside the truck, this is the camera that I look out of. The one up there is not one that I use. I don't even know where the screen is at the moment. From this lock perspective, the spring broke on this thing, but I riveted this lock to this back of this door here because the screws stripped out from the factory. That kind of happened. I got my big red numbers on the glass instead of on the paint. I have the step brace from No Lock. I did have the Torque Lift Central pull-out step on this trailer. I was one of the first ones to ever use it, the 2-step and the 3-step version. I like it. I used it, tested it out, but I gave it to another evaluator for them to test out. And it's not something that we wanted to use because getting it level, and we're always not always, but a large portion of our time is spent off-grid, and using that kind of step for that situation is not great. But I will go back and say that if you are someone who has limited mobility, or you have animals who have limited mobility, and most of the time you're spent in a mostly level spot, those steps are fantastic. All right, you can see the 1-step chalk there, really, really fantastic. Just pops in and out. Piper's dog lead and her dog bed from FXW. Clear door glass, we talked about that already. I also have belly lights underneath. This is my second set of belly lights. I had to take off the first set to put the lift kit on the trailer, but I put some more on. Super easy to do. There's a thing called boogie lights out there that is very expensive, and they work great and they look great, but these are my $44 version and they work pretty dang well. Also have these 2 AstroTurf fake grass mats, and I use them as camping mats, and they're really fantastic. Piper likes to get out here and scratch around on them and roll around on them, and I always have grass no matter where we're parked. I put in a Ruby temperature sensor in here. So there it is right there. I can see that on my screen. So it's just an easy way for me to tell if it's freezing outside. I also put one of those in the black and gray tank. So right here is an access panel to your gray tank, and I put one of those Ruby sensors in there, and I have one in both refrigerators, so it all connects to my Serbo GX and an app on my phone. And I have an alert mode, so if the tank temperature gets below freezing, it will alert me, meaning either my furnace is not working properly or something weird's going on. And I know that my tanks are freezing. Similar with this one. If this one starts yelling at me that it's freezing in that compartment, and I haven't noticed that my anti-freeze heating element for the heater comes on. So if you spend time in the winter with this on-demand water heater, when the temperature drops, I'm blanking on the number, but like 40 degrees, it turns a flame on and heats it up to like 55 degrees and turns it off. So that keeps the water in your water heater from freezing. So That's why I put that other temperature sensor out here. So if it starts beeping at me in the middle of the night because I'm out of gas or whatever the reason is and this thing is not working, I'll know to go check something. And then we have our upgraded locks over here. I do have an outlet. So you have your outside outlet right here on the sidewall, but I have an outlet inside here as well. So when I rewired my inverter and did all that mess, there was an extra outlet in there that the inverter used to plug into. So I just repurposed it and put it up here in this box. So if I need to charge something out of the weather, I can put it in this front storage compartment and charge it up here. And I've used 3 different hitches with this particular trailer. I've had the B&W adjustable hitch with the 3 different ball sizes on it. I've had the WaySafe hitch, and I still have the WaySafe hitch. And I have the AirSafe hitch, and I currently have the AirSafe hitch. AirSafe and WaySafe are the 2 hitches that I currently have. My B&W went to another home. But I like the WaySafe hitch that it provides me with a scale. I like the simplicity of it and the lightweightness of it. And I really, really like the company. The AirSafe hitch, I've towed 900 miles with it, I think, roughly. So I'm going to continue to use and evaluate that. And Alan and all the folks at AirSafe have been really fantastic too. So that's my hitch for the moment, and I'm going to continue testing with that one and using that one. All right, for the giveaway this week, I'm giving away an Airlock Voyage. This video is sponsored by them. They are going to mail you one from the factory, but I did a review video on this particular one. I have the Airlock 1 installed, one in each of my main air conditioners, and it's working great. This one is for a 100 square foot area, so in a trailer this size, you really need 2, but you can win a free one. All you have to do to enter to win is go to our website, 13adventures.com, all spelled out. Over on the side, click on the Contact Us link, and then a screen will pop up. Type in your name, your email address. Please make sure you spell it correctly, and then Airlock giveaway or Airlock Voyage giveaway or anything like that. And then I will draw a winner 72 hours after this video releases. So this video is going to come out Sunday morning at 8. 72 hours later, at Wednesday morning at 8, I will draw for a winner. I will announce that winner on all of our social medias, and I will send that winner a direct email to get your shipping address. If you haven't seen the review video on this or the other Airlock products, please go check those out. They'll be linked here on the screen and down below in the video description. Thank you again to Airlock. Thank you to everyone who contributed to this video and all the ideas and things out there. It's really fantastic that this community comes together. We love you all. I love you all. Can't wait to see you on the road. Happy trails, Airstreamers. Thanks for joining. Bye. Brass bib for the drain. Fresh tank brass bib. Fresh tank blah 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 blah. Fresh tank Fresh tank brass bib drain valve. Come on, Blair.
That's what I was gonna do. I couldn't help it. That's what I was gonna do.
Stop shaking my table. Blair's trying to be on a blooper reel here. I can't even say blooper reel. Whew, Piper, that was rough. That was tough.